Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all the top 2 stocks, once again, that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for this week. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped the stocks of interest in the comment section of our last video, right after the intro. Alright, y'all, before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also do not forget to subscribe if you are new to this channel, right? So let's get started right off the bat. The market had a pretty solid day on Thursday and on Friday. And right now, the way it's looking, the drop that we experienced doesn't really surprise me. As y'all can see, there's a bearish head and shoulders on here, right? The neckline actually broke. It went down even lower, and now it's about to serve as resistance. And then I expect the thing to go all the way back down to like 44.10 again, probably in the morning. So just keep your eyes out for that. In regards to what's going to happen like throughout the week, I think it's just gonna get very choppy. Like, first of all, we drop all the way down here, and then we just like trade in this zone all the way until like Wednesday before we continue back up again towards like 44.60. All right, so just keep that in mind. Just a little bit of a chop fest before we move up. So just again, keep that in mind. Do not be surprised. Now, the first stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list, that stock is actually for the bears. That stock is AMEH. All right, and AMEH, I've been very bearish on this one for a while, and I've been shorting it for a while too. They had earnings on, I believe this was Thursday afternoon, and then right after earnings, it tanked all the way down to 80 bucks. And I think that this drop is not done yet. I think it's gonna go all the way down to like 70s, maybe even like 65 or $66. All right, and another reason why I want to share this one with y'all is because of this. If you check out the weekly time frame, right, you zoom in right there, just check how parabolic this move is and ask yourself this question. Are you comfortable dip buying it right over here, right? Are you? Just ask yourself that question. Honestly, I am definitely not, and that's why I'm still shorting this one. I think it's gonna go down probably for like another week, maybe another 2 weeks, all the way down to like right over here. So just keep that in mind before we see some type of bounce. This is too parabolic and they still got room to drop, so definitely keep this one on your watches. Now the next one that y'all should be keeping on your watch list as well, that stock is NCLH. All right, and the reason why I want to share NCLH with all of you again is because of the weekly time frame. Like, if you zoom in closely right over here, there is a bullish piercing candle followed by a hammer. All right, and this hammer, I like it because, again, if you look on the daily, it survived earnings. It didn't tumble all the way back down. There's kind of this double bottom also, which is there. So just keep your eyes out on that. And lastly, there is some news related to like to Norwegian cruise lines about a lawsuit going in their favor, which may be bullish news. So again, keep that one on your watches for a potential either run up immediately, or like if the news is really bullish, it may open up higher towards like $26. All right, if it's just neutral, then it just might consolidate a little bit before going up to $28. But definitely keep this one in your watch list. I like the way it's setting up, and it's good enough to be featured on this video. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest for those of y'all who brought those up. The first one that we're going to address is actually Tesla. And Tesla was the stock that I told y'all in the last video to watch this one for a move up to around 740, maybe even 750. It was a little bit disappointing in the fact that it tried to run. Like, the initial move was there. This is exactly what I wanted to see out the gates on Monday. Right over here. right? I ended up getting out right here at like 720. I missed the top by like $6, and then it just went sideways again. I tried to take another trade on there, and I lost like for $100. I got in here, and then it failed to do what I wanted to do, which is pretty much sprint out the gates, and it just kept trading down here. So I got out right here for my $300 or $400 loss on there. And the way it's looking after that, it's just not looking too great. I think we're gonna revisit the $680 mark very soon. I'm not bullish on this one, at least not yet, with the way it's looking, especially if it gaps down to like 690. If it gaps down to 690, do expect something like that right here, and then followed by a bounce towards the $760 level. Again, if it gaps down like that, just again, there could be a short-term opportunity too for those of you day traders out there. So I literally just noticed that. So just be careful with this one. All right. The next one that we're going to be addressing into this video, that stock is PNFP. Yeah, and somebody asked about this giant flag, which I do agree with. I see the flag on there. I do see it, and it actually broke out quite nicely. I thought it would take a little bit longer to do so, but it broke out on Friday. And this, I believe, is in the financial sectors, and all the financial sectors actually moved in the same way. So I think it's gonna go higher. I just think that on Monday it may consolidate just a little bit before continuing to go higher. I'm not bearish on this one at all, and this is a great question for the person who asked about it. All right, so definitely keep this one on your watches as well. Now the next one that we're going to be talking about in this video, that stock is PLTR. All right, and PLTR, I've been watching this one on and off, and there is a lot of chatter. I do see the head and shoulders on there, but it's not showing us momentum. It's not running. It's just going sideways over here. Nobody is really winning. This is very annoying for all participants. It's just chilling in this zone and going nowhere. And I think it's just gonna stay in here for a while, all right? All the way until earnings, which is on the 12th before market hours. And usually the thing about earnings that are before market hours, the moves are not super huge. The earnings that are after hours are tend to be much larger, at least in what I've seen. But in regards to what's going to happen, I don't know. I don't know what their earnings is going to be. I don't know what the reaction is going to be. What I can tell you is be very careful if you're going to hold anything through this earnings right here. All right, don't be too heavy, and be patient. And be patient with the stock. Eventually, it's going to rebound. Fundamentally, the company is it's not a bad company. It's just having a rough time as of right now, and just nobody is winning. So just have patience, especially for all of you who are long-term investors, who are holding stock for like 4, 5, 6, 10 years, right? Yeah, just chill, and just because again, y'all long-term investors. Now the next one that we're going to be talking about in this video, that stock is Roblox. All right, and to the person who asked about Roblox, I was watching this one as well. It looked quite good until it didn't. There was a falling wedge on the charts, which I liked it a lot, and I did alert everybody in Discord when it started to break out like above $79 during this run that this thing is gonna run. So it did perform quite well, and it tried to make it move higher, but it just could not get over that resistance line right over there. Like every time it tries to go up, it just got annihilated. And now I think it's just going to just chill in that area for a while. It's gonna be really slow all the way up until earnings, and then earnings is going to decide its fate, whether it spikes all the way up to 87 and then runs to like 90, or it just chills at like 75 for like another month or two. Again, I don't know what the reaction is going to be. I know some of y'all cannot help yourself but to hold through earnings. So again, be very careful if you do that. I'm not participating in the stock until after earnings. We'll see how it does. So that's my very honest opinion on Roblox. And lastly, we gotta talk about AMC because it's been a long time since we've talked about AMC. All right, and AMC right now, again, the reason why this is here is because we did short this thing all the way down. We shorted it from like 35 all the way down to 33. We didn't quite make as much on this thing, but again, it did provide some good opportunities for the Bears and the Bulls. And right now, they got earnings after hours, so be very careful with this one. Is it oversold? Is it oversold? Some will say yes, and I will agree that yeah, it is oversold, and the bullish harami is there. But earnings is in the way. I don't like it. I really don't like it. So I'm gonna have to sit on the sidelines on this one and see how the reaction is. I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing tank again. Just don't be surprised if the reaction is terrible and the stock opens up at like $26 and just fades. Don't be surprised, okay? Just keep that possibility in the back of your mind because it could actually happen. So for all of you AMC bulls out there and the dip buyers out there, just be careful with your money, especially through this earnings that is coming up. All right, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, helps the channel a lot. It allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you would like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the very first link in the description of the video below. Also, if you're not following us on social media, you can find me right here on Instagram and on Twitter at Paul Nguma and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB. And one more thing, again, for those of you who are interested in getting started in the stock market, I left some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after you sign up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video, alright? Enjoy the outro.